1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, yummy.
Are you ready?
We're back to finish off our mackerel sandwich. And so to do so, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prepare our carrots. So we had julienne some carrots the other day and put them into a container. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to get some salt, and you're gonna sprinkle the carrots with some salt. And what this is gonna do is gonna help to dehydrate the carrots. So just something like that. So they're well salted, and then I want you to make sure that you cover all the carrots in some salt. Maybe sprinkle just a little bit more on here. They're well salted, and right now if I was going to squeeze them, I squeeze as hard as I can, nothing comes out. But when you do this and you leave it to sit for a few minutes, what you're gonna find is all the water will be drawn out of the carrots, and we'll be able to change the consistency or what they feel like. And then we're gonna season them with some lemon juice, some honey, and they're gonna go on top of our sandwich. I've grabbed the fish out of the fridge, and I'm just gonna take it out and I'm going to unwrap it. Before I do that, I've got my frying pan here, and I'm gonna add inside of my frying pan just a little bit of oil to help fry up this fish. So just do a little bit inside like that, about 1 tablespoon, and then turn it on to a medium heat. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna unwrap your fish, and you'll notice that the paper towels really absorbed a lot of that excess liquid that the fish may have had. And then it should cook up a lot nicer and should not have to worry about it falling apart so easily. So I always, like I said earlier, wrap all my seafood in a paper towel before I cook it to absorb the excess liquid. I prepared 2 fish here, so just unwrapping my second fish. And you could do as many as you want, however many sandwiches you'd like to make. And now the pan's getting nice and warm. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place my fish inside my frying pan. And now I've been touching raw fish. I don't want to contaminate anything or get anything dirty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the paper towel, throw that in the bin, and I'm gonna wash my hands and come back and season my fish. I'm back from washing my hands, and I'm gonna now season the fish like I said. So we're gonna use a little bit of paprika and some cumin here today. To prevent yourself from contaminating, what I like to do is I like to sprinkle a little bit onto my hand rather than taking pinches out with my fingertips. So sprinkle some a little bit on your hand like this, and then you're just gonna go ahead, you're gonna pinch it, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna sprinkle it over top of the fish to get a nice even coat on top like this. Go a little bit more, you can tap a little bit more. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the paprika. That looks good enough. Excess, don't put it back in the thing, just throw this in the bin. So my fish has been cooking up for a little bit in the pan now, and I'm gonna just flip it over to make sure that it's cooking up nice and allow the heat to cook on the other side. So you should see a nice golden color on the skin. You can see here. We're just gonna allow it to get, I think, even a little bit more golden color on this side, but I'm gonna cook up the other side first, just so that I have the heat coming through the fish on both sides to cook it to the center a little bit faster. I'm just gonna flip my fish now. I'm gonna check the inside and allow the back side where the skin is to golden up a little bit further. If you have a set of tongs, you can grab the tongs out, and what you want to do is you want to get it underneath of the fish, and then you're going to try to break a little piece open so you can see the inside of the fish, and you want to make sure that it's cooked fully and that you can see that it's fully white on the inside. Alright, now that the fish is cooked up, I'm going to now prepare my carrots. So I have my carrots here. We had salted them earlier. I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take them, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squeeze out all of the excess liquid out of the carrots to dehydrate them. them in a separate bowl. You're gonna squeeze really hard, and you'll notice that the carrots become more limp as they aren't holding all that liquid inside of them. Now they're gonna be quite salty, so I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna rinse them off over a strainer. And then I'm gonna come back and season them. But you can see there's a lot of excess liquid that I've removed from them, and you can see the carrot has changed in terms of its shape and texture. I'm ready to season my carrots now. I've rinsed them all off, and you can see they kind of look like a noodle now. To season them, I'm gonna use some lemon and honey. So for a lemon, just go ahead, cut your lemon. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take that lemon, I'm gonna squeeze about a teaspoon of lemon juice. Make sure if there's a seed in it, you just put it through your hand and catch the seed. And then you're also gonna add in about a teaspoon of honey. And then you're just gonna toss and mix all those up with the carrot. So, I'm gonna wipe down my area. I'm gonna prepare to make my sandwich now. I'm ready to assemble my fish sandwich now, and I've wiped down my work surface. So I'm gonna just go ahead, I'm gonna take my fish out, and some of it breaks off, don't worry. I'm gonna cut my fish in half because I've just got small pieces of bread here. I'm going to then plate up my bread with my fish. And yes, you're leaving the skin on for those of you who are wondering. It adds a lot of flavor and texture. So I've just spread the fish evenly on my bread. And then I'm gonna take my carrots, I'm gonna place them on top of the fish. Like so. And then I'm gonna put the bread on top, like so. And there you have your nice little sandwich. If you want to, you can then take it, cut your sandwich in half, and then serve it up with a nice mackerel sandwich.